Faith. Please.
Don't you touch me. You're crazy. You left me here. You're trying to kill me.
I came to help you.
Get away from me. Don't you touch me.
Oh, I never meant to hurt you.
No.
Look, I just want to get you out of here.
Don't you touch me! No! Don't you touch me!
Oh. I never meant to hurt you, Faith.
Okay, Senator Ryan, how do you like it, hmm? You love it.
Thank you. Thank you. So long. Thank you. Goodbye. Well, I'm glad to see you both made it.
So, life in the goldfish bowl begins. Do you mind?
What, do I mind that my life's no longer my own? Well, I don't remember when it was, actually. Before city council, I suppose. Now it's just bigger and more colorful, noisier.
Certainly bigger. Oh, hey, you don't have to do that yet. We don't have clearance for takeoff.
No, I can't say that I do mind.
Something's taking getting used to, though.
You walking around like Mata Hari, for one.
Uh-huh.
Following 5 feet behind me.
A simple, practical solution to the problem of possibly being recognized. That way I can walk right by you casually, which, when you were recognized, I did, without being noticed by your hordes of well-wishers and admirers.
Where did all those reporters materialize from, and the kid with the daisies?
They lurk around in the shadows out here, waiting to pounce on celebrities. Would you like some champagne? I'm afraid I have a head start on you.
Sure. I'm developing a taste for this stuff. Could ruin my image. Thank you. Senator Frank Ryan. Celebrity.
That's just a fringe benefit. There's a job that goes with all that.
That's right. That's right. After all the all the months of talking about issues, all the fancy position papers. Now I get down to the nuts and bolts.
Fortunately, not tomorrow. I'm rather glad we have a few weeks for resting and enjoying the victory.
Yeah, I could use the rest, but I'm anxious to get down to it. It's incredible, you know, the feeling that you have is, the capability of doing something, and there's so much to do. I just hope.
That you're equal to all of it? Well, the voters seem to think you are. And remember, now you're going to have adequate staff, decent office, and influential associates.
One in particular. To my influential associate. Where would I be without her?
No, I am not kidding myself. You'd have gotten there sooner or later.
Well, I'm glad it's sooner while I'm still young enough to enjoy it.
And you will enjoy it, Frank. It's all going to be worth it.
He's a charming child. Is he always so gregarious?
Now, well, you see, he had special instructions today. We told him that an investigator from the family court was coming to look us over, and we asked him to be sure to make a very good impression.
He certainly did. I love what you've done with this room.
Oh, that was Jillian's idea. You mean installing the carpet halfway up yeah, well, I tell you, that room is virtually accident-proof.
We call it his padded cell.
They do get into things at this age, don't they?
Yeah, Edmund especially. But, you know, I'll tell you something. I've known since he was born. He has a very inquisitive mind. He really gets into things.
You clearly know Edmund very well, Dr. Bullock. Can you tell me why you're in such a hurry to adopt him?
So, any luck with the on-camera wardrobe? Looks like you found a few things.
Yeah, I think I gotta start. Honey, you haven't heard anything from Faith today, have you?
Faith? Not that I know of. Why?
No, I can't get her out of my head.
Oh, what do you mean?
You know that feeling? I've been feeling it all day. It's like somebody you know really well is just there in the room with you. But she's not. I mean, she is miles away. But it's just the sense of the person, the whole notion of who they are, and the reactions that they set up, that you respond to. Am I making any sense?
Sounds like the old ESP is acting again.
Maybe.
The feeling, it's not good?
No, not this time. I mean, it has been. Like when I knew that Cass was having Moira. I mean, we were all, she was a month early. We were all in the living room after dinner, and I turned to Ma, and I said, Cass is in labor. 10 minutes later, the phone rang, and it was Art in Pittsburgh from the hospital.
So what do you think about Faith?
Something isn't right. I'm just being silly. It's just that she's had all those accidents all at once.
I wouldn't worry. Like you said, Tom watches her like a hawk.
Yeah, he does. But, I don't know. I meant to ask Da about it, whether he had heard anything from her, but then we got all mixed up in the Siobhan thing.
Yeah, how about that? Did, we make a little progress?
We? Actually, in thinking of it over, I am having a little trouble with it all.
As a peacemaker, I don't have the Ryan touch.
Jack, don't. I appreciate what you wanted to do.
Mary, I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to leave the two of you alone, let you work it out yourselves like two big kids. But, of course, your father thought otherwise.
Well, then I appreciate what you did in responding to him. I know that you were involving yourself in the family business, and I ought to appreciate that.
But you don't.
What I'm trying to say is I like what you did, only...
Not the way I did it.
Yeah. It's just that John's destructive antics aren't funny to me, ever.
Mayor, it seems to me that this whole business got blown way out of proportion before because everybody took everything too seriously.
Everything? The whole phony press release spilled to the whole world? The Jerry Jerome flood? The family planning conference?
The West Leonard column? See? So you're doing exactly what Siobhan complains most about. You're taking all the crimes and lumping them all together.
And you're doing exactly what makes me craziest, which is automatically siding with Siobhan.
Please sit down, Miss Jason.
Thank you.
I want to adopt Edmund because I love him. You see, Jillian and I were very close when he was born. Actually, I delivered the baby. Wasn't part of the plan, but...
No, Edmund was born 2 months premature. Actually, I gave birth to him out at my family's beach house on the island.
And on the way to the hospital, he stopped breathing.
And Seneca actually saved his life. I mean, he literally breathed life right back into him.
Jillian was driving at the time.
That must have been quite an ordeal.
Truly a bonding experience, let me tell you. Edmund was seriously ill for some time. In fact, we almost lost him twice, once quite recently. But through it all, I felt that he was my natural son. I mean, biology just wasn't a factor. I love him as my own, and I want to raise him as my own, our own. As for being in a hurry, well, I guess that's true. I want the world to know that we're a family just as quickly as possible.
Well, it certainly sounds like Edmund will have a loving environment.
I think we can guarantee that.
Yeah.
Tell me this, what about the child's natural father?
He isn't involved at all.
Legally, he doesn't have to be notified of the procedure, but in the event the adoption goes through, he could go to the judge and request visiting rights. That sometimes causes problems. Is it likely?
No.
Edmund's father can't acknowledge him as his son. And another thing is that he'll be living in another city by January. So I really don't think that he's a factor in this issue, one way or another.
I see. What about the future? Do you plan to tell Edmund that he's adopted?
Sure I do. When I feel like he can deal with the situation. I want him to know who his real father is. His father is a very admirable man in many ways. And I would like him to know that, but his father can't accept the emotional responsibility. And Seneca, ever since Edmund was born, has always been there for him. He's been a real father to him. And I feel like I'm just as eager as Seneca is to make it legal, of course.
Do you have any idea how long it might take? I don't see any complications. Of course, that's your area.
No, actually not. My responsibility ends with my report. The question of time is up to the judge. But I don't anticipate any problems, especially since the natural father's out of the picture.
to being anonymous.
I don't think we should count on that.
No. I have a flawless vacation planned. I promise you long, lazy days, agreeable nights. You'll enjoy it.
With you there, that shouldn't be too difficult. I have a recurring fantasy, though.
Huh?
You and I are in the poshest supper club in Palm Beach. Now we're having an after-dinner dance, an after-dinner waltz. You're done up as Mata Hari, of course. Now, I turn you around, right? My arm goes over your head. My cufflink catches your wig. It sails across the room. Pop go the flashbulbs, and we're exposed.
I love it. How about this one? You lean over tenderly to kiss me in the middle of the dance floor, and your mustache taps itself firmly to my upper lip.
Well, I don't think it's safe for us to be seen in public. I think we'll just have to stay in our room.
Oh, now that's a delightful idea. You won't get any objections from me on that.
Good.
You're saying I'm lining up with your kid sister against you?
That's the way it feels. Poor, misunderstood Siobhan. You're falling for her line, and please spare me this identification with the underdog.
You'd rather that I don't get along with your sister, is that it?
I'd rather you not use the occasion to get back at me because you're mad at me for taking a job you didn't want me to take.
Wow, there she goes, folks. Mary Finelli, prize psychoanalyzer. When are you going to hang out your shingle, Mare?
I think you should consider the possibility.
Oh, terrific. All I try to do is make a little peace with the family at your father's request. And things seem to go okay. I think that the tension's a little less, so I feel pretty good, so I laugh a little.
Yeah, at my expense. What am I doing? I don't know, maybe I'm just building this up, reading things into it. It's just that I see you and Siobhan connecting and laughing to kill together, and suddenly I feel like I'm on the outside looking into it. And I'm sorry, but I feel like you meant me to.
You may be right. Not consciously, but maybe there was some of that in it. If there was, I'm sorry. I do worry about the job, Mayor. I try not to.
I know. Thank you.
For what?
For being honest about it. And anyway, I might be overacting a bit considering Siobhan and I in our state of mind.
I'll refrain from commenting on that one.
Ah, smart. But honey, about the job, I love the idea and I love the concept. I love the facility. Just let me get my hands on the equipment. And I can't wait to meet the boss and just show him how good I am. But if I start scared that you're going to be thinking something any minute or you're going to be trying to undermine me, how am I going to have a chance?
I don't want to make it rough on you. I'm just thinking about us.
Yeah, but don't you think it'd be easier if I can share it with you?
Okay. Show me.
What?
Show me what you bought. What the well-dressed anchor person is going to wear.
Well, all right. I think you'll like it. And don't worry about money because most of this is on sale. Now, I decided to get simple things, sort of soft around the neck.
Oh, wait, that's very nice.
Thanks. And then I got some scarves to sort of stretch everything.
Good.
And,
What's the matter?
I'm sorry. It's just that feeling again about Faith.
What if you could change your past? Erica does, every week, because sometimes the only way to move forward is to go back. A new original primetime drama, Being Erica, tonight at 10 on SoapNet.